take away from that result?
Frustrating loss. Obviously had started the game well. We're getting some scoreboard pressure on and really liked our forward pressure and what we're bringing to the game, and just weren't able to stay in that space for long enough.
Did the scoreboard flatter you in the end after the first quarter?
In what way?
Well, it just seemed, without looking at the numbers, that Hawthorn perhaps dominated the last three quarters a lot more than you guys were in the game.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot more entries, and look, defensively behind the ball, we probably held up pretty strong. Hawthorn probably had a lot more scoring opportunities than us, but we cost ourselves as well with how we moved the footy and some of our skill errors.
What about the free kicks? There's a lot of them, and some you don't want to see paid, but some easily avoidable. Do you talk to the boys during the week? Do they have to change anything, the way they go about it?
Yeah, we will. Like as you said, the ones that are avoidable, the ones that we can do better. So we gave away 8 50-metre penalties on the game. So we've got to look at, I guess, our technique and how ruthless we are at attack on the man in the contest and how we're going about that. But we've just also got to be more disciplined. We've got to be able to move on and just keep playing the game.
The disciplinary one's the most frustrating in the coach's box?
Probably were on the weekend because of the result of the game and how close it was, and we've just got to be better than that.
Just want to ask one more on that. The 50s, and on the 50s, the protected zone, do you like it? Do you see the reason for it?
You can see the reason for it, and players know what the rule is, so there's no excuses there from us.
Physically, how did everyone pull up out of the game? Obviously, Paddy and Charlie Dixon spent a fair bit of time on the bench in the latter part of the game.
Yeah, Charlie just had a little bit of a knee complaint. He got that strapped up and came back on. And Paddy, as we know, is probably through his entirety with us. He's just an ongoing management for him, and haven't seen him yet today, but he played out the game.
For a lot of us, Chad Wingard's quite an enigma. What do you make his season so far?
Inconsistent, no doubt. His Gold Coast game the week before we're really happy with and thought he had a great impact, loved his energy, loved his defensive intent down forward, and what we saw on the weekend was probably not on his own there with our forward group, but we saw some really poor ball movement from us, which makes it hard for those guys to stay in the game, and it looks like they're continuously being outmarked and outworked, and some of it's our forward positioning and some of it's the product of our ball movement and how we're bringing the ball in. So I think as a group we've got to connect better and help those guys out a bit more. But look, no doubt Chad will be disappointed from his game, and I'm sure he'll bounce back.
Is someone like Chad, do you think about dropping him?
It's not a conversation that we've really had at this stage. We know Chad's value to our side, and as I said, we're really happy with his Gold Coast game the week before, and he's probably been up and down a little bit, but we still think he adds an enormous amount to our side.
Given you know how good his best is, how do you get the best out of him when he's having these sort of drops?
Yeah, look, I don't think Chad's probably the only player that we need to focus on. We've got several players that have been inconsistent with their form, and we've probably been a little bit like that as a side. That when we've played well, these guys have played well, and especially the forwards, as I said, end up copping it a little bit when we don't move the ball well and we don't lock it in our forward half. So number of players that I think have been up and down, or we think have been up and down a little bit, and we'll just keep working with them to get better.
Is he fully fit?
He's fully fit, yeah.
You just mentioned there, you said as a group we've got to connect better. And that was a theme that I think a couple of weeks ago everybody said, I think maybe after the showdown, it's taken such little time to get together well as a group with so many changes through the off-season. But you're obviously still working on it. Is that the most frustrating part as coaches, that you just don't seem to be playing as a group well enough together? Yeah,
I think as coaches, and no doubt the players as well, and I'm sure supporters, everyone wants to see us improve in sort of the areas that have been obvious to us for a period of time now, and probably what we're getting is we're getting small growth. So we're getting Sydney earlier in the year, Crows showdown game, some great results in moments, which we probably in bigger games haven't sort of been able to hold on to in the past. But what we haven't been able to get is the week after week after week after week. So we're not there yet, but we feel that we are building and we're getting better moments more often. It's just unfortunate we had a down day with that on the weekend.
How tough is the decision with someone like Tommy Rockcliffe to say we'll play as a sort of full-blown tagger for a half of footy, given how good he can be as an offensive midfielder?
I guess what we really liked about that was his commitment to team and just that a job had to get done. Mitchell had I think 21 and 2 goals at half time, and he kept him to 28, and just went and sacrificed his role to for the team and really got that done for us.
He wasn't obviously brought here as a tag. Does that say a lot about him as a player to say, well, okay, I'll cop that after?
Absolutely, and we expect any of our mids to do that if they're asked. He was brought here to play a midfield role, and that was the role we needed him to play on the weekend, and the second half he did it exceptionally well.
Friday night, Richmond, how big is that opportunity to be able to prove to the whole country on the big grand stage that you guys are finals contenders? Yeah,
it's an exciting opportunity for us, and no doubt we need to respond after the performance we put in on the weekend. I'm sure our leaders and our players will really drive that this week, and Richmond are obviously in great form at the moment. Put together they're a side that a lot of people respect and look up to of what they've done in the last 12 months, and it's a great opportunity for us to take on the best and see where we're at.
Is it nice to get some games at home?
Next 3, I think, yeah. So we have had a challenging period where we've had China, Tassie, some opportunities to travel. Perth, I think, before that. So 3 games at home now. We like to play Adelaide Oval. We love the crowd, and Richmond on a Friday night. That noise is going to be right behind us. So be looking forward to getting out there and performing in front of it.
Without being an excuse, is the extended period of travel difficult for players?
It's not something we've spoken about or worried about. We travel a fair bit being in the state side, and we think that our high performance staff and our program is really well suited for our players to be able to perform. So we've got no issues there.
I know it's 11 o'clock on a Monday morning, but if you fast forward in your head to Friday night, what's going on the whiteboard? What we did last week, and what we need to do better this week?
Look, I don't think it sort of changes too much for us, as probably most sides do. We need to play Port Adelaide footy and play the way that we know we can and the way that we've worked on for a long period of time. So we just need to get consistency with our game and get our guys working together to stand up and really take on Richmond.
Any performances from some blokes not in the ones who may be putting pressure on for a gig this week?
Yeah, yesterday, look, Jasper Pittard was really good again. He's had a few games back now. Carl Amon, Jack Trengove. So some guys down there playing at the Magpies that are playing some really good footy and putting their hand up for spots. It's something we'll talk about later in the week.
Now, there are a couple in the ones who you think should be looking over their shoulders, given the performances maybe over a block of time or just the weekend?
Yeah, look, after a loss, there's probably guys that are always get a bit concerned, but we've got to look at the best mix for Richmond and the guys that we think we can get the job done this week.
Just back on Chad Wingard, when he's making what we perceive as the simple skill errors, is that an attitude problem, and not just being switched on in the game?
I wouldn't think so. Look, Chad's a very skillful player. He did have probably a few errors that, if other people had probably made those errors, they probably go unnoticed a little bit because people have such high standards, and we do, and Chad does as well, of his performance, that they probably become more aware when you see them. So, look, they're not consistencies in Chad's game, skill errors. And as I said, we're really happy with how he performed the week before, and look forward to seeing what he brings Friday night.
Can you explain in layman's terms why, this isn't a loaded question or anything, why a forward might handle it off 45 out in a set shot like Chaddy did on the weekend? Yeah,
if you look at the shots that were taken at that end of the ground in the game, I'm not sure if it was easy enough to tell on TV, but it was actually quite a difficult end to score from distance. Charlie's kick was the only kick that carried the 50 in that last quarter for the day, so Chad just felt he couldn't get the distance. Riley's one of our real penetrators with the ball, and it was just poor execution.